Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about the computation of tax liability part 2. In part 1 we have already learned what are the slab rates, how many different types of slab rates are there according to the age group, and how to compute the tax liability according in a few steps we have learned. And I said there are special rates are there. What are the special rates? I said for income from capital gains, it is divided into two different categories: long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain. Long-term capital gain, whatever the income you are getting, the total income will be taxable at a fixed rate. That means no slab rate is there. Directly it will be taxable at the rate 20%. And short-term capital gain, if it is you are earning income under section 111A, then it will be taxable at the rate 15% directly. There is no slab rate. For example, if you are earning 1 lakh, then on 1 lakh directly 15% is taxable. That means 15,000 is directly taxable. In the same manner, 20%, that means long term also is taxable. And other than this, I have said another one, that is casual income. If any person is earning any casual income means earning from betting, lottery, card games. From this, if you are earning any income, it is directly charged at the rate 30%. So these are the special rate of income. So these are taxable in a special rate, whereas other incomes, what are the other income? There are 5 heads of income are there: income from salary, income from house property, income from PGBP, and other income. Other incomes are there from other sources. These are all taxable in slab rates, whereas these three are the special rates. Income from long-term capital gain is taxable at the rate 20%. Short-term capital gain, which is we are earning under section 111A, is taxable at the rate 15%, and casual income, it is taxable at the rate 30%. These three are the special rates, and we have already seen how to compute the tax liability for an individual according in this manner. That means according to the slab rates we have computed. Now we are going to learn about the special rates. So I want to just give the revision of slab rate for the normal citizen who is less than 60 years old. The slab rate is up to 2,50,000, it is nil. From 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. And above 10 lakh, it is 30%. If the person is earning more than 50 lakhs, that means surcharge will be applicable. What is the surcharge? I will make another video. Now see, the assessment year is 2020 to 2021, and the previous year is 2019 to 2020. Now in this 2020 to 2021, and the finance minister has introduced another new slab rates in an union budget. What is the slab rate means? See, the new slab rate is like this. Up to 2,50,000 it is nil. From 2,50,000 to 5 lakh it is 5%, and 5 lakhs to 7,50,000 10%. 7,50,000 to 10 lakhs it is 15%. Before we used to have a single slab rate for these two, but it is now divided. 10 lakh to 12,50,000 20%, 12,50,000 to 15 lakh 25%, and above 15 lakhs it is 30%. If you can see, above 10 lakhs is chargeable at the rate 30%, but here if we can see, it is chargeable at the rate 25, and above 15 only is chargeable at the rate 30%. If we can see, if you compare these two things, we can see that we can pay less tax. But what is the disadvantages here are, we cannot claim any exemptions, and we cannot claim any deduction. For this I will make a special video, separate video for this, but as of now today we are going to focus on how to compute the tax liability for special rates, including the normal rates, normal slab rates, how we are going to compute the tax liability for these special rates. See the example. Mr. A, 45 years old, has the following income. They are asking us to compute the tax liability for the assessment year 2020 to 2021. See, the person is 45 years old. That means he will come under the normal category. If you can see, the income from salary and income from house property is taxable according to the slab rates, and in long-term capital gain, as I said, it is taxable at the rate 20%, and short-term capital gain, it is taxable according to the slab rate only. Why? Because as I mentioned here, the short-term capital gain, which is if you are gaining under section 111A only, then only it is taxable at the rate 15%. See the question, the short-term capital gain, they said nothing about the under section 111A. That means you are gaining income not under section 111A. Then it is taxable in a normal manner. That's why I gave the question blankly, so that remember this point. And this is the point where many of the students will go wrong. If these said separately that the person is earning short-term capital gain under section 111A, then only you have to take 15%. If they didn't mention anything, that means it is taxable in a normal according to the slab rates. Now see the last one, casual income. Casual income is taxable at the rate 30%. See how many special rates are there? We have two special rates are there. One is 20% and another one is 30%. Now focus on how to do the problem. First of all, we have to total the total income. Here they said it is directly income from salary, income from house property. They are already computed. That means we need not give any deduction now. It's already computed one. So see, we have to take the gross total. So what is the gross total? See, so we are getting a 6 lakhs of total, 2 lakhs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lakhs is the gross total income. So have to compute the computation of tax liability means. So this is the total income. From 6 lakhs, what is the special rates are there? Two special rates there. One is 1 lakh, another one is another 1 lakh. So first of all, divide this 6 lakhs into 3 different categories. Why? Because one is for the slab rate, and another one is for the long-term capital gain, which is taxable at the rate 20%. For another one, casual income, which is taxable at the rate 30%. So in 6 lakhs, what is the 30% taxable income? That is 1 lakhs. So take out this 1 lakh separately, and long-term capital gain, see, long-term capital gain 1 lakh. Take out this amount also separately. So other than this two amounts, whatever the amount is left over, it is taxable at a slab rate. See, from 6 lakhs, if we deduct this 2 lakhs, we will get 4 lakhs. This 4 lakhs is taxable according to the slab rate. So what is the age of this person? This person is belonging to the normal category. He is less than he is less than 60 years old. That means normal category. Normal category means we will get the slab rates according to these rates. And see, the person is getting 4 lakhs. Before that, directly let's do what is the tax liability for 1 lakh. It is directly 20%. That means 20,000. And what is the tax liability for this one, casual income? 30,000 on 1 lakh, 30% directly 30 lakhs. Now coming to the slab rates, up to 2,50,000 it is nil. So I am taking it as nil. From 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs it is taxable at the rate 5%. From 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, but 2 lakh 50,000 to 5 lakhs it is taxable at the rate 5%. How much is the total income we have? We have only 4 lakhs. That means 4 lakhs. What is the difference between these two amounts? So what is the difference of these amount? We are getting 1,50,000 is the difference of these amount. On 1,50,000, 5%. Then what is the amount we will get? The taxable amount is 7,500. So 7,500. Now what is the total tax liability? See, 7,500 plus 20,000 plus 30,000. See, we are getting a total of 57,300. Now how? 7,500 plus 20 plus 30. So total we are getting 57,300. So after we get this amount, we have to give the rebate. What is this rebate means? Rebate, if the person total income less than 5 lakh, then the person is eligible for rebate. But here if you can see, the total is more than 5 lakhs. That's why the person is not eligible for rebate. What is this rebate? How much amount is allowed as a rebate? I will discuss this in another video. So after deducting rebate, we are getting the same amount. From this we have to add the cess. So what is the total cess for this assessment year? Means 4% cess we have to add for 57,300. Sorry, it is 57,500. I took in a wrong manner. See, on 57,500 we have to add 4% cess. That how much means plus 4%. So the total amount is 59,800. So this 59,800 is the total tax liability should be paid by Mr. A. So this is the total tax liability Mr. A have to pay 59,800. So see, once again I will give the revision for this sum. First, if you see the problem like this, maybe you will get this problem for the short questions. If you get a question like to take out the special rate taxes like this, we have to take the total amount. In total amount we have to take all the incomes, all 5 heads of income you have to take. After totaling it, you have to deviate or take out the special rate income separately, and after taking that amount 1 lakh and 1 lakh, from 6 lakh if you take out this 2 lakh, the leftover amount 4 lakhs, it will be taxable at least slab rate. Now we have to compute the tax slab and we have to take the amount tax liability. After taking the tax liability, you have to add all the 3 tax liabilities and take the amount total. After taking that, you have to see whether the person is eligible for rebate or not. Rebate, which is under section 87. Rebate is eligible only to the persons who have income less than 5 lakhs, but the person is having more than 5 lakhs, that by rebate is not eligible. So after deducting the amount, you have to add 4% cess. 4% on 57,500. If you add the cess amount, the total amount whatever we are getting will be called as the total tax liability paid by Mr. A for the assessment year 2020 to 2021. If you like my way of explanation, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.